The first regulated, fully independent, and institutionally focused dark pool in the digital asset space. Omega Dark was just granted its first digital asset trading license in Bermuda and has big backers like Bart Chilton and John Mack. So here with us to discuss the launch is Alex Gordon-Brander, Omega One CEO. So a dark pool for crypto. What problem were you trying to solve in the industry by creating a dark pool?
People are trying to trade crypto today. You want to trade any size greater than even tens of thousands of dollars, you're paying massive costs. $1 million, $10 million trades, you're moving the market by as much as 1% in slippage costs, or you're having to trade with OTC voice brokers who are charging you an arm and a leg. So we're bringing the dark pool tech that's really taken off massively in the equity and FX markets in the last decade into crypto to enable people to trade in large sizes without moving the market.
Do they want to trade in crypto? And I ask because Bitcoin futures we just saw gotten really hammered. You even have the SIBO saying that basically they're going to wind up not issuing any more futures contracts. They're going to actually maybe retrench because it's just not a very good market right now.
So, I mean, there's about $10 billion a day being traded in crypto on exchanges and probably an equivalent amount being traded off exchanges. So there's definitely trading out there. This is a growing marketplace. I look at 2019 as the year that crypto grows up, and it's not clear that everybody's approach to trying to trade is going to work, and I think CBOE's clearly hasn't, but there's still massive interest on the institutional side. Okay,
why Bermuda and why dark pool? I mean, there are exchanges in New York that are regulated by the state authorities. Why don't you do one of those?
So let's start with why dark pool first. There's a good 100 exchanges around the world trading crypto, of whom about 10 or 15 trade in any size. But there is no dark pool in the crypto landscape. And essentially, liquidity is so fragmented across all of these exchanges. What we need is a kind of a central warehouse for liquidity that all of these exchanges and other venues can use to clear liquidity between them. And why Bermuda? Digital assets are they're a different beast from a regulatory perspective. Anti-money laundering concerns and custody concerns are very different from traditional assets. And so we needed a regime that had really thought through how to regulate these assets properly. And there's really only one top-tier global regulatory regime that has done the work to think that through. That's Bermuda. The US is still pretty fragmented. The CFTC are probably going to regulate Bitcoin. The SEC are going to regulate other digital assets. You still need to get licensed by FinCEN. And so what we're doing is standing up something that hits the highest bar that we could find globally. And then we'll be in position when the US is ready to have a clear regulatory picture.
So how quickly do you think the dark pool will be adopted?
We've got a pretty large pipeline of interest. We're going to be stepping things up slowly over the first sort of 3 to 4 months. But this is from a Bitcoin trading perspective. We're going to see a pretty significant flow in 2019. But really, the important thing to look at here is, in the next 10 years, we're going to see stocks, bonds, FX, real estate, all the assets that are currently traded on legacy platforms, we're going to see move over to the digital asset space. And so our larger goal is to be a central trading venue, really, for all-to-all trading of assets.
Oh, so it's not just a cryptocurrency.
This is not just a cryptocurrency.
This is a way of using blockchain to do a broader trade.
So we talk about
absolutely
bond trading becoming automated.
Absolutely, absolutely. And actually, one of the things here, we're not just bringing dark pools into blockchain and crypto. We're also bringing blockchain and crypto into the concept of a dark pool. So, there's been some controversy around dark pools in the equity space, that the dark aspect of not showing your trades to the world is one thing, but there's also been darkness around what are the rules of this thing, and are the HFTs in there waiting to pounce on regular clients. So we're bringing dark pools into the light, if you like, by using blockchain and crypto technology to create transparency in the way that you access liquidity, and creating transparency in the sort of the trade behavior, but still keeping the orders hidden.